Hello, this is Ruth Beer Bletzinger with SilverWorks, and I'm going to show you how to make a pair of matching fishhook ear wires. And it works every single time. It's easy, it's fast, they're practical, and very versatile whether you're using metalsmithing techniques or wire working techniques or making beaded earrings. And the trick is that we're going to be making two ear wires at one time, which is why they'll be matching. So we're starting off with a length of 20 gauge wire that's 4 inches long. And what we're going to be doing is bending this wire in half, so basically making something like a hairpin that's going to look like this. So what you do is you just bend the wire in half so that you bring the ends together. Looks something like this. And then what you're going to do is with these holding the ends together, you're going to start squeezing the wire and squeezing and trying to keep those ends the same length. And what I often have to do in order to get it to be really, really tight like a hairpin. So again, we're looking to make it look like this, is that I use a flat-jawed plier to squeeze the wire together. And I'm hoping that the ends will be about the same length. And actually, they're not quite the same length. They're a little bit off, but that's not a problem because all you need to do is take cutters, the flush side, toward the work and snip the ends, that is the open ends, so that the two wires are the same length. And again, you're only taking off a little bit of length, so it's not a problem. So it looks like that. The next thing that you do would be to file the open ends so that they're nice and smooth. So you'd file both sides till they're nice and smooth. And if you don't have a needle file like this one, you can use sandpaper or you can use an emery board. Just need to be sure that it's nice and smooth. So I've already filed this one down so that it's very nice and smooth. And the next thing we do is that we're going to actually make the form. We're going to make the fish hooks. And what we're going to be using is this tool. It's called a 6-in-1 looping pliers. Basically, it's like 6 pliers in one. You've got a jaw that goes from 2mm to 9mm. And they're terrific for making loops, for making jump rings, and they're fantastic for making these ear wires. So what we're going to do is that we're going to take the open end, what we just filed, and insert it between the upper part of the jaws, because we're going to be making a loop on the smallest jaw. So we put it in so it's nice and flush, nothing sticking out, and we make a loop. And we keep turning until the end of the wires hit what I call the back, the tail. And then we take the pliers out. And so what you have is something that looks like a golf club or a musical note. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to now go to the bottom part of the pliers and we're going to rest the loop right on top, nice and snug, on top of the largest jaw, the 9mm jaw, like that. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to take the tail and push it back around so that it goes around the next to largest part of the pliers. Okay, so here we go. All the way around, nice and tight, until it hits the top of the loop. Now it will spring back a little bit, and that's okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to release the pliers and take off the wire, and what we've got is something that looks like an ear wire. In fact, it is an ear wire. Just a few more steps to finish this. We're going to take a flat-jawed plier and make a little bend at the end. We're going to make a little bend right here. just so that it swings out just a little bit. See how that just swings out a little bit? And now we're going to separate the two ear wires, again using flush cutters, and we're going to cut the end, the closed end, with the flat side toward the work. And here you've got it, two matching ear wires. There's just a few more things left to do though to finish. One is that we need to file the ends. We need to file these ends so that they're nice and smooth and round, because these are going to be going through the going into somebody's ear, right? So you want these to be nice and smooth. So once you've done that on both the ear wires so that they're nice and smooth, the other thing we need to do is to work harden the arc. We want to work harden this curve, because that's where the weight of the earrings are. And to do that, we take a bench block and chasing hammer, and we're just going to hammer right in here. We're just going to hammer right in the curve. And there you have it. Matching fishhook ear wires, and it works every single time.